Admittedly, I'm already losing track of stuff.
Stop right there, Altera. You're out of bounds.
I'm not with Altera.
Then your position is doubly precarious.
What do you mean?
If you're telling the truth, you're out of your mind. If you're lying, there'll be hell to pay.
Wait! Who are you?
Stay off my land.
Yep, that's definitely that person. In a pretty sweet prawn suit.
The woman in the exosuit has been traced as far as my technology will allow.
It would appear I'm far less alone on this planet than I had anticipated.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Oh, last known position. Cool. Wasn't expecting that one. Okay, that's the radar tower. There's that little bit of beachfront property I was trying to find, though. Maybe this will lead to it. Oh, I'm gonna get myself so turned around. Well then, if I needed gold, it's like a little gold mine. I don't think there's a crouch button. That looks like diamond. If only I could figure out how to crouch. Okay, I do think this is what I'd seen earlier and was trying to find. So that's a plus. Found a lot of other cool stuff on the way. Pick up snow. Snowball. Oh, I guess we could have always picked up snow? I don't know what that's all about. And I feel like I'm stuck. Okay. There we go. Nice convenient sky ray for me to catch. Remember last time I had some issues with that. But I'm also curious about that little diamond cave section. I don't want to go too off-road. I was about to say we should probably come in here for some warmth. A quick place to rest our feet. But somehow, didn't look like that was about to happen. Oh, actually it is fairly warm. Fabricator that we can't interact with. Another PDA. Large filtered water. Nutrient block. Oh, there's something we can scan here. Multi-purpose room. Took us forever to find that last time. Let's go ahead and take a look. Since we're full, we don't want to waste that, so we'll take this water. And yeah, we don't have a first aid kit, so we'll grab that just in case. Scan the counter. Single wall shelf. Bar table. Lots of scannables here. That's always good. Office chair. Jukebox fragment. Tech jukebox. Oh, do we have to scan lockers even? Fabricators.
New blueprint synthesized.
I don't know if we were supposed to scan that for whatchamacallit. Altera facilities map.
A map will come in handy. I should be able to find my way to Phi Robotics where Sam worked.
Wow, we're finding all kinds of stuff in here. But yeah, apparently I guess we couldn't have even built a fabricator because we hadn't scanned one. Nameplates. Jeremiah Merkel. PDA. Jeremiah's bed. Oh, there's a poster, but our inventory is full. Fred's bed. Okay, we might be losing damaged modification station. Swivel chair. We might be losing some more titanium here in a moment for some posters. I count at least 4 posters. Another PDA. Oh, and open shaving kit. Alright, just a moment, everything. Got a large abundance of scannables. Let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. Also, I don't know why my character started rotating. I guess the titanium was shoving me around. But poster. Poster. Oh. We can scan it. I didn't realize that. Framed picture. Shaving kits. Pick up Fred's shaving kit. Poster. Poster. Probably should pick up some of the titanium, but we still even have more stuff to find. Ah, another nameplate. Fred LaChance. Man, you can scan literally everything. I don't think we've explored everything down below. Which I don't like that. Kind of want to go back and get it all. Especially finding a way into the diamond place. But we might as well see what all is up here too. Builder fragment. Tech bioreactor.
New blueprint synthesized.
And then this is just a data box for the scanner room.
Integrating new PDA data.
Doesn't seem like most of these crates are open. It could just be a homage to what we'd seen before. Yeah, it looks like there's this whole path over here. It kind of looks like it leads to the same spot, but what's back here? An observatory. Wait, was that all part of the same room? Well, now I need to go back in there and check. Or is this a different building? We also need to go back in and get warm. Emmanuel Desjardins. Oh, this is a different room even that I almost
Cushy
missed.
setup. Must belong to one of those higher-uppers.
Aquarium. Emmanuel's bed. Oh, we're gonna have so many blueprints and stuff to scan through. Okay. Altera PDA.
Sam really got under management's skin. I didn't know she had it in her.
Executive desk. We can interact with this. Also scan it. Executive toy. Forget what those were called. A Newton's cradle. This seems like a more sci-fi variant of that. Chic pot plant. Trying to see if there's anything on the other side of the desk. Doesn't look like it. More PDA. Basic plant pot. Oh boy. That's another sky ray. But yeah, I completely missed the fact that this little building was even here. Probably because I was too busy looking along the outside. Okay, let's head up this way. That must have been where everybody worked, and or still works. As far as we know, this place isn't even abandoned, or what shouldn't have been abandoned. So in theory, there should be people working here still. Okay, this is just kind of a little roundabout dead end. Maybe. Okay. Not about to go that far. Okay, this is a more roundabout way of going around. Also not what we really needed to do. Looks like that leaves this area though. Go ahead and get warm. Check along the outskirts. Oh yeah, this is totally a Neptune launch pad that's been converted to a radio station? Or radar station, rather. Status surveillance active. Status report. We can't enter test mode, but we can climb. The fact that it puts the light away is a bit annoying. Operating manual. Test override module ports. That actually sounds pretty important. I don't think I want to mess with that quite yet. Also, it looks like well, it didn't take any damage. We need to warm back up a bit. We should probably read the operator's manual and all that before we start messing too much with this thing. I'm mostly here to explore it at the moment. Is there another ladder going up? Actually, doesn't look like it. Okay, let's go somewhere warm to read all this fun stuff. Probably head inside one of these. Probably this one. Hey, let's get ready to read everything. So what kind of fun stuff do we got in here? Oh, there's all my posters. And we still have some room. Blueprints. Yeah, that had skyrocketed. Titanium ingot. Titanium. Okay, it's weird that those just popped up. We haven't even found any metal salvage yet. But we've had opportunity for a bunch of titanium, so I don't know why the ingots just now popped up. Oh, I guess there's no more stalkers, so diamonds are part of enameled glass. And then plasteel ingot, familiar. Synthetic viper, or synthetic fibers. That's also different now. We'll need to find a spiral plant, I guess. Power cell, yep, that's all familiar. Food and drinks. A thermos. Insulated storage receptacle for beverages. Titanium and glass. Huh. I don't know. I mean, we did find a coffee maker. Maybe we can use it. The stuff kind of goes away pretty quickly as soon as it's on the screen, so I don't want to scroll too fast. Habitat builder. That was something we'd started off with the access to, but now I guess we had to find one. That's fine. Sea glide. Excited for this. Help us move around a bit. I think that's the same recipe that we're familiar with. The sea truck. We need to learn how to make the mobile vehicle bay. We've only found one piece so far. But this, I think, will allow us to get down... I mean, it's only 150 meter depth. But if it works like the sea moth does, it's a point of oxygen regeneration, essentially. So that'll be good. Vehicle upgrades. Yeah, we won't be making the depth upgrade yet. We found one lithium so far. No diamonds that we have access to. The thermoblade. We just need the modification station first. The second depth upgrade. Shouldn't be too hard once we have access to some of the stuff. We just need to find spiral plants to make the synthetic fibers. And then a depth upgrade Mark III. Oh, kyanite's starting to come back into play. And nickel. Those are both pretty deep last time. Scanner room HUD chip. Camera drone. Range upgrade. Speed upgrade. I think those are all the exact same as they used to be. Base pieces. Oh, this stuff all unlocked probably because we have the habitat builder now. That'll be some fun stuff to work with. However, I'm also learning from my playthrough of the forest that bases aren't as important as I'd initially thought. I mean, yeah, it'll allow us to store stuff, but what are we really storing? Just more stuff to build more base parts? We'll see. Solar panel, power, transmitter, I think. Yep. Floodlight. Cool. Bioreactor. We never really messed with that last time, but now that we already have the multi-purpose room to put one in, it might be worthwhile. And a fabricator, wall locker, battery charger. Wait, how did we learn the battery charger already? That'll be convenient. We already have access to a modification station. Once we get all the stuff for it anyway. A jukebox. That could be fun, especially because I love the music in this game. Easy enough to build. A jukebox speaker. Oh, we probably will make a base just to have a fun place. So coffee vending machine synthesizes hydrating caffeine-free coffee. Oh, caffeine-free? What's the point? Bench. So we can make their individual beds? That's actually kind of interesting. Instead of just single double, they got different bedspreads, I guess, to make it more unique. And then more desks. A couple different types of chair, sign, some of your standard stuff. The executive toy. Shelves. Okay, so that's all the blueprints. Cool. Don't know what we'll focus on yet. We'll get to that later. Couple new signals. I think her name was Marguerite. I know it's the person that was traveling with Bart and Paul Torgal, but I'm having trouble remembering her name for some reason. And then this is all the stuff that we've been talking about, including the conversation with Marguerite. Oh, there's more down here. Yeah, we've heard all that. No real reason to replay them. Unless I need clarification on something. Then all the databank stuff. A lot of logs that we picked up. Altera. A few updates.
Good morning, Frostpack. Just a quick update to inform you of some key achievements and priority shifts we need you all to get behind. The Spy Pangling project was a resounding success. Please join me in congratulating Samantha IU, who is now reassigned to Outpost Zero, helping us dream of future initiatives. Congratulations are also in order for Danielle Valenti and her team at Omega Lab. The closing of Phi Robotics means important funds can be redirected to their Kara bacteria study, which has important, positive implications for the life sciences. You're all doing an exceptional job, and I don't want to promise anything, but HQ has been taking notice. Keep up the good work, and I think we can start discussing bonuses soon.
Okay. So maybe Samantha used to work right around here, but then was reassigned to Outpost Zero. That's why we can't find a bed or anything with her name. She's been moved. So now we need to find Outpost Zero to figure out more what happened to her. Also, it seemed like he was a pretty nice guy in general. Alien intruder. More like alien cheater.
For the last time, I'm not cheating.
Then what's your theory? What's going on?
If you ask me, Zeta's been blinking a lot. I think it's a tell.
He does have a point there.
It's allergies.
Allergies? Oh, is something in bloom in this frozen sector?
Thermal lilies. And if you gang up on me, I swear you're all fired.
You're not even my boss.
Oh, you're all so gullible. You're fighting each other. Meanwhile, look at Parvin. Just look at him.
What am I doing? I'm not doing anything.
Let's just take this to a vote. All those who think Zeta's allergies are a bad case of alienitis, say intruder.
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 Intruder. Danny?
Oh, I'm just an observer here.
I'm going to use my pass.
Is there some kind of scientist conspiracy going on here? Zeta, Sam, Danielle, you three are suddenly very aligned.
Or, like I said, Parvin is cheating.
I'm starting to wish I was cheating.
This kind of sounds like one of those, deception games. I'm guessing something called Alien Intruder. That's kind of neat. They were pretty popular, well, depending on who you ask, they're still pretty popular. Games like, Town of Salem, Among Us, something about a wolf. I don't know. There's a few of them out there. I haven't actually played any of them, but I've watched some people play them, and they seem fun. Let's see. Apart together.
David, you'll be happy to know the Frostpack is making excellent progress. I must say, my management style appears to be uniquely well suited to isolated planets. I miss you, of course, but I wonder if you feel it too. As great as we are together, we're almost better apart. Just look at how well Prosperina did in her last show. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to see it, but I'm sure if I'd been around, I'd only have made her nervous. Once this mission is over, I'll come home for a few good months. And then, what do you think if we look at reorganizing our expectations to facilitate longer-term separation success? I really think this could be a great model for us going forward, romantically and otherwise. Don't forget, I love you from the depths of my heart. Keep on succeeding in your projects. You know there's nothing I find more attractive.
Oh, getting back to the whole relationship contract type deal from the first game. Still a silly way of doing things, but like I said, sounds like they've really corporatized everything, including love. Cargo rocket, sea truck, dock, 0 sector. Oh, maybe we can get some info on 0 sector. It's where his sister was last known to be.
Fred, I'm not blaming you, but what do you mean it's gone? Where did it go? You found some trouble somewhere in the deep twisty bridges and decided to jettison modules?
Yeah, I had to jettison a module. I got free, went back for it. It was just gone.
And you think someone stole it?
Or something. I didn't lose it, that's for sure. I'm careful with my tools.
I'm sure you are, but you have to admit there have been a lot of sea truck accidents, and they're rather expensive.
You wanna follow me on a few runs tomorrow? See what it's like? Conditions are way harsher than anything I ever imagined. I don't know if you could really understand it from inside your base.
That won't be necessary. Thanks for your time. I'll write it up as an accident.
Well, we know the sea monkeys like to take stuff. Maybe that's what it was. Emmanuel's special request. Emmanuel gave me this jailbroken scanner tool thing and said, I need more shower heads. This should lead you to the necessary minerals. What? He also told me to keep it on the down low. So it's a mineral detector then. I guess this is what a master's certificate in applied geology gets you these days. The job is a glorified construction worker. Should have studied interstellar law like Dad said. I have to hand it to Emmanuel though. I don't know what he did to the scanner, but it does a great job at zeroing in on specific minerals. It's better than hoping I stumble across the right outcroppings. Yeah, that's my method. Just hope I get the right stuff. Definitely gonna want to make that tool though. Gone fishing. Oh, there's a picture. It looks all underwater. There's definitely some kind of compound. Let's see if we can't learn something about this.
Tower maintenance log. Okay, this time the birds have really done it. I don't know what they've been eating, but it's corrosive when it comes out the other end. I'm gonna need to rewire. I'm short an element to fabricate the right cable. I remember seeing some when I did that dive to the old ship. I'm gonna go out there and see if I can get some more. That should fix it. Maintenance status, in progress.
Old ship. Is that the remains of the Aurora? But I don't think we're on the right part of the planet for that. Could it be the Degassi ship? Maybe? We never actually found that. But then how did the members of the Degassi get over here? Huh. Maybe we'll find out more info once we get around there. Having a great time.
Jenny, you wouldn't believe the adventure I'm having. It's just like when we were kids and we used to play Underwater City, only sea monsters aren't pretend, and I don't need to hide behind you when one swims by, because I'm safe in my sea truck. Safe and very, very brave. Please tell Dad for me. Thanks so much for the mustache kit, by the way. To be honest, I wasn't sure if it was a gag gift at first. Personal grooming is something of a challenge here, and as you know, I'm a pretty low-maintenance guy to begin with. But you'd be surprised how handy mustache wax is in an emergency. There have been some close scrapes, For a while there, someone was sabotaging my truck, and I thought I was seeing things. But my friend Sam helped me sort it out. Although, she's had some troubles of her own lately. To be honest, I get a little worried out here sometimes. But I guess that's normal, under the circumstances. Gotta expect a little risk, right? I should be happy. I have great friends and a good paycheck. Anyway, love you, Jenny, and Dad. Please find a way to tell him that he won't find embarrassing. And don't worry, I'm looking for the perfect fish to bring back as a gift. Your favorite.
Talking about the mustache kit. And her sister, nicknamed Sam, I'm guessing. We need some food and water. Oh,
Vital signs stabilizing.
We don't actually have any more water. That could be an issue. I don't know if we have time to read too much more because of that. Oh, also, mustache kits. Or Fred's shaving kit. We can equip it, but why? Probably no reason. Maybe we should head back to base. No. We need to figure out... Okay. We'll have to do this more strategically. We need to find... I think it was operating manual. We need to figure out what to do with this tower since we're here. Operating manual. New employee training. It is recommended that all training be completed while tower is in test mode. Test mode is a fully functional, simulated version of live mode. While in test mode, all communication from the tower, including distress signals, security alerts, and spy transmissions, will be disabled. To initiate test mode, insert the test override module into the diagnostic port as depicted in the diagram to the left. The activate test mode command may be entered via the terminal once the test override module has been inserted. Do we want to do that, though? All communications from the tower, including distress signals, security alerts, and spy transmissions, will be disabled. What does the surveillance status report say? Sector 0 region scan. 2 active human life forms detected. Unauthorized habitat construction and vehicular activity detected. Recommendation: observe and prepare for possible intervention. So Sector 0, that's where his sister is. There's 2 people there doing stuff they shouldn't be. So maybe we do want to disable any of that stuff to help our sister out. They say she's dead. I have a feeling we'll find her alive. And I would love to stop and read some more. Oops. But we need to take care of that, get back to base, get our water situation handled. I don't think it mattered which side. So test override module port. Oh. Never mind, we can't interact with this at all. Either that or we need to find it and then come back. I don't know why I thought I could do something with that. Guess it's just an assumption. Okay, where's our base? Oh. I guess if you stand too close to that, you burn yourself. Oh boy. Kind of want to take the quick path, but I don't want to take too much fall damage. A little careful navigation. Yeah, extra careful. Warmth. should have access to the beach from here. Yeah. I probably should have grabbed some of the titanium we left in one of those rooms, since we have space. But I'd much rather grab some bladderfish if we see them. Chance of silver. I think we have some silver on us. Let's see. Our food situation isn't bad. It's water. We can go ahead and give this a little scan. Just for a little bit more titanium.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yep, we'll take care of that real quick. Saw some bladderfish down there. Man, that looks like some kind of craziness with all those... I forgot what kind of coral they were called. I also lost sight of the bladderfish. There we go. 1. 2. 3. And 4. I think that's all the room we have. But yeah, this almost looks unnatural. Although I suppose it would have to be natural. Well, it doesn't have to be natural. Nothing on this planet has to be.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
But if it is natural, it looks mighty bizarre. That's what I'm trying to say. Although, trying to get back for water, there's a lot of curiousness to be found around here. Like, are you guys rope fine? No. I think I've actually scanned... No, I don't know if we've scanned
Warning.
these.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I think those were the rays. A little bit more table coral. That's something we probably also picked up too much of for now.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
We'll make it up there, I think. Okay, from underneath it looked like there's a platform over there. No, it's just probably part of the iceberg. Yeah, that's all part of the iceberg stuff. Man, this place is trippy. A lot more lights and stuff than we were familiar with. Or not even lights, just the luminescence of everything down here. Interested to see what it looks like deeper down. Might have a little while before we can do that, though. There's some more ribbon plants. Actually, I don't think we ever picked those ones up. Ooh.
Survival rate would be greatly enhanced with the construction of an underwater vehicle.
Got some more PDAs or journal entries. Let's take care of the water situation real quick. Oh, no. Up here. Oh, how many bladderfish did we have? I didn't pick up that many just then. Oh, we probably picked some up on the swim there. Okay, that might have been more than we needed, actually. Also, oh, they're showing all the stuff that we now have access to. Sea Glide, luckily, is one of these tools, so that'll be easier. Oh, the upgrades can be made here. Or at least the Mark 1 can. Okay. That's different. Let's get some of this water. Oh, we still had more room as well. That's fine. Go back to doing some reading. Actually, the Delta Station dock, we've been there now. I'll turn that to a blue. Well, we can turn it off too. There might be more, well, there will be probably more reasons to go back later. But for the moment, we've already explored it. Voice log. Yep. Telling us to build the underwater vehicle, which we kind of already were thinking. Alterra, the Avian Curse.
Communications tower maintenance log. Another day, another slight by the winged furies. As usual, I got an interference alert. As usual, I went out to see what the problem was. As usual, it was frozen stalagmites of feathered bird excrement. I fear the career impact of saying this officially, if you can even call what I have a career. But I could swear they're targeting me personally. The week I was out with the flu, I came back to find the tower spotless. Parvin laughed at me when I asked him how he cleaned it. Silly me. As if Parvin would ever clean anything. There's nothing left for me to do but quit. But I know that's what the birds want me to do. Oh, and I got the tower up and running. Maintenance complete.
Those dastardly birds. They are targeting him, because I didn't see any of that. Alright. So that's all the Alterra logs and communications. How about Alterra personnel? Oh, we get full figures and everything. Emmanuel Desjardins, Human Resources and Communications Liaison, reports to Alterra HQ. Personality. Okay. Guessing each of those letters and numbers in the string corresponds to a trait or something like that. And they've pretty much corporatized people's personalities as well. Probably have some kind of guide on how to interact with different people based off what their personality equates out to. Not the most human way of doing things. Fred LaChance, IT, Courier, and Maintenance Generalist, reports to Emmanuel Desjardins. Current project, various. He's got his own personality, as does everybody. Jeremiah Mergel, Technician, reports to Emmanuel Desjardins. Current project, Communications Tower Maintenance. Personality. Now this is interesting. Got us a map here. Alterra Facilities Map. Delta Station, which I think is where we just were. Delta Station Dock, yeah. Mission HQ, Communications, and Logistics. The Phi Robotics Center. Engineering and Robotics. Outpost 0. Xenobiological Research. Kappa Mining Site. Material Excavation. And the Omega Lab. Biological Research, Classified. Okay, I'm not super familiar with the Greek letter system and all that, but that's what these should all tell us. Delta, I'm pretty sure is the triangle. Yeah, and that would have been where we were. Phi. I honestly don't know what Phi is. Outpost 0. I'm imagining is the purple one with the line slashed diagonally through it. Omega would be the horseshoe one. Maybe Kappa is a circle with the line going down. Well, it helps me out a little bit. Kind of have an idea where to look for stuff, but not perfectly. Yeah, I mean, it's better than Zero map. And yeah, it looks like there's a lot of overland type stuff here. A lot less water than the other game. Now Sam's spy pangling drawing. Oh, this was the picture on Fred's desk next to his mustache kit. Thanks for everything, Fred. Sam. Pretty cute drawing. Personal log. Distress call. These are the things that just popped up as we came back to our little rescue pod.
Picked up what sounds like a distress call. Who or what is out here calling for help? It didn't sound human. Maybe it's from a remnant of architect technology. In her message, Sam's colleague did say there was something important here. Even if it's just a mimic from one of the more intelligent aquatic specimens, that could be a major find. Or if it's from Altera, it could have bearing on what happened to Sam. I should definitely check it out.
Yeah, that's my next priority. But we have to build a couple things first. More alike than not.
I should have guessed Altera would find a way to clip Sam's wings, like I knew they'd do to mine once they took over Xenoworks. I tried to warn her. She was stubborn, like me. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be so different from her. Scrappier, faster, less play by the rules. But Sam didn't tolerate Altera's corporate red tape any more than I did. She just tried to change it from the inside. I think in the end, we always wanted similar things.
Yeah, there's multiple destinations, or multiple paths to the same destination. Sounds like a case of that. A woman in an exosuit.
What was that woman's problem? The one in the exosuit. Like I need to say which woman. And what the hell is she doing on this planet? It isn't exactly a happening vacation spot. She knew their terrain well enough to make a dramatic entrance by jumping off a sheer cliff. So I guess she's been here a while. But how long has she been following me? She said to keep away from her, or off her land. What in this frozen slush bog could she be protecting? Unless she's camped out somewhere. She's definitely heard of Altera, though. Did she meet Sam?
Yeah, her being here is interesting. It would imply that she is yet to be rescued. I mean, yeah, when in the first Subnautica, when we crash landed here, basically uninhabited, but Altera's moved in. We kind of know Altera are looked at as some bad guys, but I would still, unless they're super bad, if there's something going on to where she refused to be rescued by them, either that or maybe Bart Torgal and Paul Torgal were super important, and if she does go back, because she was kind of like their bodyguard or security at the time, the fact that they died on her watch would prove real bad for her, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll have to talk to her and find out. It's something we can actually do in this game, maybe. Okay, ion cube. This green mineral substance has no entry on the periodic table, and an unprecedented ability to store huge amounts of ionic energy within it. Likely grown artificially, cubic appearance suggests it has been cut from a larger deposit. Each cube contains equivalent ionic energy of 5 kilotons of TNT. Under the right conditions, the energy could be released in a controlled manner. Likely uses batteries, but would require a substantial power source to be recharged. Assessment, valuable energy source. And then this material analysis station, this is kind of new. Resembling a human electron microscope or mass spectrometer, this tool appears to be designed for the purpose of analyzing physical raw materials. It is speculated that the scanning apparatus may be designed to collect small-scale DNA recipes for the replication of non-living objects. So, maybe a larger-scale fabrication station then? To collect small-scale DNA recipes for the replication of non-living objects. Do non-living objects even have DNA? Not an area of specialty for me. Geological data. The Calaverite outcrop. A mineral deposit that often contains gold and titanium. So those are the ones that kind of look like sandstone. And then the hydrothermal spire. These chimney-shaped structures are formed from dissolved minerals pushed upwards through the planet's crust. The presence of metal sulfides gives escape beam material its dark, opaque appearance. Aquatic life found in proximity may have evolved adaptations to the presence of these toxic compounds. Assessment, long-term exposure to geothermal emissions may pose a risk to human health. Roger that. Indigenous life forms, fauna. Oh, we found some more carnivores. Oh yeah, the brute shark. A common shark-like predator with low intelligence. Its relatively streamlined body enables fast navigation of tight spaces. Yellow turquoise coloration provides camouflage in shallow waters. Slow moving, it ambushes small fish from above. Assessment, minor threat. He looked like a bigger threat than minor. Now the Cryptosuchus looked even worse. The Cryptosuchus is a large shark-like beast, easily identifiable by its carapace of thin, bony plates. Structure. These plates are defensive, bony structures that aid in heat absorption among thermal vents. It propels itself with wide, webbed flippers that displace massive amounts of water. Behavior. The Cryptosuchus is a bit of a contradictory creature. Despite its fearsome appearance, it is more roar than bite. While territorial, the Cryptosuchus tends to retreat from confrontation after being attacked once. This is likely a form of agnostic posturing. Aggressive fauna tend to avoid fights if the probability of injury is too high. Assessment, avoid, but can be handled in a pinch. Good to know that if we hit it with the knife, it'll run away. Doesn't say how to deal with the brute shark. It likes to ambush small fish from above, so maybe if we're above it, it won't necessarily see us. Who knows? And then this interesting guy. Surprised that he's a carnivore, to be honest. The rock puncher. A large crustacean which feeds on tiny larvae excavated from coral and rock with its powerful punching arms. Attracted to glow larvae found in and around deep-sea rock formations. Well, that's strange. We found him near the surface. Hardened chitin claws can thrust forward at close to the speed of sound to break rock and bone alike. Oh boy. Known to attack larger creatures which threaten its territory. Perfectly adapted to cave environments, its 6 legs adhere to walls and can propel at short distances through the water. Heavily armored, vulnerable only to Leviathan-class predators. Assessment, avoid, or redirect with food. Do we have to carry fish on us just to throw in his direction? Or it says to avoid or redirect with food. Does that mean we could use its arms to our advantage somehow by luring it somewhere? We'll see. Herbivore's large. The Sky Ray. That's not very large. In fact, those guys are pretty... Out of all of these, it was the smallest thing we'd seen so far. The sky ray has a bird-like head and feathered wings which enable it to fly. Sky rays are commonly found circling floating structures and rarely venture far out to sea. They will perch on dry land, but are prone to flee on approach. Wings. Although its wings give it some resemblance in silhouette to the waterborne rays on 4546b, analysis shows no greater genetic overlap with those species than the planetary average. In fact, the sky ray appears to have split off the evolutionary tree much earlier than most. Diet. Largely seed-based, sky rays have not been observed diving for food, which implies they rely on land-based plants for their survival. Assessment. Presence may indicate nearby dry land. That's actually good to know. Now the flora. Exploitable. Honeycomb fungus. This hardy fungus erupts through the thick ice shelf. It sends a collection of hyphae, filaments that collect nutrients and moisture, deep into the ice shelf until it hits permafrost. From there, the hyphae intertwine into a thick root-like system called mycelia cords. These mycelium efficiently pull nutrients from the soil. Gotcha. And the Trinity barnacle. Trinity barnacles can be found near sea vents and geothermal hotspots, often in clusters. They feature a thick capitulum shell casing that allow them to survive in very warm water temperatures. Mature barnacles develop a triad of ocelli, which are rudimentary photoreceptors. Okay. Says they're exploitable, but how? Like, under everything else under here we're familiar with. Creepvine seeds, sulfur plant. Like, we know how to exploit those. But this doesn't explain how to exploit them necessarily. And then land. Got the blue scrub brush, which I keep wanting to call a bush. The blue scrub brush is an unusual plant for this climate. Unlike other plants that manage to thrive in extreme cold, which typically grow close to the ground and lack leaves to prevent moisture loss, the blue scrub brush is tall with a fir-like leaf. Within the hollow leaves are chambered pores, which capture and store the sun's heat. Then the horseshoe shrub. The horseshoe shrub is a terrestrial plant that thrives in warm conditions. Visual identification is easy due to the thick crown of leaves on its bifurcated trunk. The trunk has a thick fibrous core that stores water for its fruiting body. Assessment. Fruit can be harvested and planted and could be a sustainable food source. Good to know. The thermal lily is an unusual terrestrial plant typically found on cliff walls. During the day, it points its face towards the sun, absorbing thermal radiation and storing it internally. At night, the thermal lily's petals close to reduce heat loss, and it relies on its heat stores to survive the harsh Arctic conditions. Roger that. Then C. Was it the pink narrow leaves? Yeah, we did scan those. The things I wasn't sure if we scanned. The radiant sieve coral. This light-emitting plant is reminiscent of a sieve or colander. Cool. Absolutely useless to me. Then we have tech. Equipment. The jukebox. Listen to soothing tunes by Altera's best musical artists while you work. I dig it. Habitat installations. Aquarium. The aquarium is designed to hold and sustain up to 8 small aquatic organisms and fits inside a regular multi-purpose habitat room. Aquatic creatures make up 70% of all known species, making the aquarium a commonly deployed tool in many exploratory operations. It is just as often used to house livestock for later consumption as it is to hold specimens for xeno research. An automated environment regulation system means there's no need to feed or care for your subjects. NB. Due to its size, the regular aquarium is not rated for breeding applications, and creatures are highly unlikely to mate. Construct a full-sized alien containment unit for this purpose. I feel like if we would have read the aquarium in Subnautica, I would have known it wouldn't have been good enough for our What kind of fish did we put in there? I don't remember. But if we would have read stuff, we could have figured that out, I guess. Floodlight. The standard issue floodlight is designed to focus a bright beam of light in a single direction. Useful in all kinds of industrial and emergency operations. Functions in all known environments. Modification station. Where the standard fabricator atomically rearranges raw materials to form complex devices, the mod station is able to combine complex devices to enhance their function. Most industrial vessels are fitted with a complement of equipment modification stations, which enable engineers to adapt their tools on the fly. To conserve hard drive space, the modification station is excluded by default from most personal emergency blueprint libraries. However, extreme environments such as ocean and desert class planets may necessitate the adaptation of basic survival tools for unanticipated applications. For this reason, access to a mod station is always recommended. Roger that. Planters and pots. Interior planters come in a variety of configurations that allow for most plant species to be grown in small numbers for decorative or botanical use. Then the scanner room. This advanced habitat module can transform a small outpost into a burgeoning science and exploration station. A 3D display in the center of the room stores local topographical data. System can scan for and pinpoint particular materials. Remotely controlled drones scan the area up to 500 meters in range. Wall-mounted camera feeds allow for live control of scouting drones. Upgrade console may be used to enhance module's functions. Yeah, that was a super useful room once we had it. Power. Bioreactor. On planets where organic matter is plentiful, but sunlight is not, a reliable bioreactor will frequently prove the most efficient power solution. May be installed in any multi-purpose habitat room. Chemically composts organic materials, converting them into energy over time. Accepts all plant matter, from seeds and spores to moldy fruits and vegetables. Can also process animal matter, fat, muscle, eggs, etc., and some organic waste products. Energy production is proportionate to the calories in the organic matter. The bioreactor, totally organic. I also just had a thought. Solar might not work on this planet so much because of all the weather and storms and stuff right now. Well, I shouldn't say this planet. In this game. Like, solar is pretty reliable in the first Subnautica because it's either daylight or it's nighttime. This time, it's nighttime or it's stormy. So solar might not be the way to go this time around. But now we're all caught up on this. Super useful.